What's up, guys? It's your girl Amber Light, and I'm back with the takeoff. Today I got two special guests with me. There's supposed to be five, but two of them made it with me today, so I just want them to introduce themselves. Say what's up.
What's up, everyone? I go by the name of Winnie SM. My real name Winston Tucker. I'm from Queens, New York. Just representing my borough to the fullest.
I go by the name of Dutch Alcott, aka the Almighty Alcott, and I'm 1/5 of the super group coming out of New York called SONY, and I represent the Bronx in the group.
Shout out my boy Jay Cardi from Brooklyn. My boy Qualib from Queens. Another member that's from Queens, New York as well too.
Facts.
You know, shout out to my boy Smoke, man, Staten Island.
Hey, really, Staten Island's not even that far from here, actually.
It's not, it's really close, right?
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes from here, actually. So, where were you? You said that you were born in Queens and you were born
In the Bronx.
in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your upbringing like?
So I had the beginning part of my life was like smooth sailing, where it was just like both parents working. You got the nice Christmases, Thanksgivings, and everything. And then slowly, as like I got older, drugs hit my household, and it was like my mother and my father split. Me and my youngest brother, we both just started bouncing around from foster home to foster home. It wasn't too bad because we were always with a family member. So
So you had each other.
yeah, so it wasn't so bad, but it's just, you know, when you're young and you're uprooted and you know where your friends is at, then you're all across, like we're still in the Bronx, but we're young. And the community I grew up in Co-op City, everything is there for you, so you don't really leave when you're growing up. So it was like a whole new world. Like I'm used to, now I'm taking trains, buses, I'm going to school on a bus. It was a whole nother world for me personally. And yeah, just after going through all of that, I fell into the street stuff. Then I gradually got out, and now I'm the person that I am today.
Similar to what he said, I live with a single mother. I have two younger brothers at home. I have other siblings all over the place too that I don't really talk to because it's like when I was 5 years old, my mother and my father, they split up. And then from there, I realized everyone's true colors, that on my father's side of the family, nobody wanted to help me. Everyone just throwing me down, throwing me under the bus. And it's sad to say in this generation nowadays too, I choose water over blood because strangers will help you more than your own family will. Like they will support you when something bad happened to you, but when you're doing good, it's like everyone got something negative to say, and it's like that's no good.
That's also why people say that sometimes family is toxic and sometimes you gotta keep your distance. Like you'll always love your family, but sometimes you just, you know, gotta love them from afar. There's certain people that you have to do that with. I just noticed you have a purple crystal.
Yes.
Is that I can't pronounce it.
It's amethyst.
Yes. I would like to ask why you have those two crystals on your hand because I'm a spiritual person as well.
Nice.
I'm transitioning. I'm fasting. I'm trying to become. Eventually, the goal is to become vegan.
You're fasting.
I'm fasting. I'm a Buddhist and I'm a spiritual person.
Nice.
So I've been free
impressive.
of
Nice.
meat for a little while.
Okay.
For like 2 weeks, I've been vegan it up, vegetarian it up.
Whatever your spirit
So
tells you,
yeah, so I definitely want you to explain that.
Well, first of all, it's a funny story behind this one specifically. I want to shout out my cousin Jay Ashe. She's also an artist doing big things. She left this at my house last night, and it wasn't wrapped.
Okay.
And literally today, about 1 hour ago, I wrapped this one and wrapped this one. So she's gonna get back, and I'll do some better work on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, and I also have full of stones. I usually buy some more, put them in here.
Bro, remind me.
But
what's your religion?
No religion really.
Oh.
I take a little bit off of everything. Like Bruce Lee said, you take what makes sense to you, you discard what is not, and then you just keep it pushing from there. So I learned from everything, whatever I can use to feed my mind, whatever I can use in real time, that's what counts to me. Everything else I don't see as real or fake. It's just like
it's just not for you. It's not for you. And that's how I am. Growing up Buddhist, my parents taught me the same thing.
Oh, you grew up Buddhist?
I grew up Buddhist.
Okay.
But I'm not as practicing as as my mother was and my grandmother was. But what they always taught me, you have to respect all religions. It doesn't matter if it applies to you or not. You have to respect all religions, none is better than the other. And she's like, whatever you choose to believe in, you can believe in, as long as you respect people and as long as you respect karma. And that's what they've been preaching the whole entire time. So that's why I love like the spirituality.
Yes,
thing.
definitely.
Yeah, they're just like, as long as you're a good person, that's all we care about.
Like, I could say something with that too. I get where you guys coming from, but at the end of the day, we all come from one God. If you get it, yeah.
No, I believe that too.
Yeah, because
I believe that too.
I don't, because it's good to have religion. It's good to have certain groups that you believe in, but in the spiritual in one. The Lord, like He's one Himself, so He's all on this earth.
He says that they say that He takes different forms.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why when we say Buddha, it's God. Like, but He's in different forms. So He's just in a different form. Okay. So yeah, so
I think that there was definitely when I first got into knowledge of self, I definitely went through the period where I did not like any religion. All of my close personal friends can attest to this. I would argue and debate Jehovah's Witnesses hours on end.
We're not gonna do that.
Which I was like 19 years old. I'm 27 now. That part is completely done. But it's growing pains that you go through when people do look at all religions as if it is some BS, which I don't think. Once again, I just want to say that, but when you grow up a certain way and then you start to discover other things, a lot of people usually feel betrayed by maybe some things that they weren't told, or your thing is most likely true. You've probably just been fed it in a certain way by people who wanted to protect you from all of the realness of it.
That escalated quickly. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna reel it back and bring it back to the music real quick. So listen, if we were on my podcast, we could talk about this for an hour. I don't care.
Oh, really?
But the focus is...
Yes, I'm holding back.
I'll be the Johnson today. But the focus is you guys.
Yes,
so
yes.
Go back to
music, S-O-N-Y. Yes.
So when did you start doing music?
I started kind of...
yeah, definitely.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old. I turned 19 in March.
Okay.
I know.
I don't know.
So I started doing music at 9 years old, but I really started freestyling and writing raps at the age of 13, and it started building my way up. And then from when I started building my way up, I just said, yo, when I turn 21, I'm gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna really, and my plan is to just become successful and just do good things within my community, and I have everybody come together, because I'm from a place where everyone hate each other for no reason. I don't know why, but
hurt people.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Like, for example, I could say he's from the Bronx. Everyone in the Bronx work together. Everyone in Brooklyn work together. Everyone in Harlem work together. But it's in Queens. It's like, I don't know.
I always thought New York, for the most part, came together.
In certain ways, in certain ways, if you think about it, true. But thank God for LT. I want to shout him out as well, for bringing all of us together.
100%.
For real.
100%. And it looks like it's paying out. You're not 21 yet, and look where you at. So far, you're right. You're right so far.
Sibling dynamic, family dynamic. When did you start doing music?
So, I always mess the age up. I think I was like maybe between 6 and like 8 years old. So my older brother, my older cousin, my older brother's 2 years younger. My older cousin is about maybe 10 years older than me. They would do this thing every Friday. They would move the dresser to look like turntables, set the computer up, and they would record with like this cheap $20 microphone, and it just burned me so much that they would not let me rap with them. I live here too. You're in my room recording this. Why can't I just try? So my whole inception into doing music around that age was to be better than my older brother and my older cousin who were doing it. Well, my older cousin was doing it for a while at that point, not my older brother, obviously. But
do you feel like you're better than him now?
Oh, they both know this. They both of them stopped rapping completely. But
yeah. Look at you. All right, goals. You dig. So how did you guys come together as a group? I want you guys to tell the story because it is a beautiful story.
So It's long story. I'm gonna really try to like condense it. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay.
Give me,
It's so long.
It was a miracle though. I can't front, but
so. I'm sitting around one day. I just decided to stop doing shows and like work on some music. So while I'm in my down period, just trying to be creative, LT contacts me and lets me know somebody that he knows put them onto my music. Do you want to talk business? We set a date, started talking. He let me know. I have this vision, 5 different MCs from all 5 boroughs of New York City coming together. Do you want to be a part of it? I said yes. Everybody else gets the same exact offer. And that was the inception of it. It's a deeper story, like conceptually, as to why or how it came into LT's mind. But it's like a kind of like a dream / vision. I don't recall his exact words, so I don't want to mystify it too much. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Okay. So pretty much LT just said you, and you, and then he had a bigger. Obviously,
yeah,
like
it was.
vision.
I could say it was a miracle. I'm not gonna lie, because it just show you
Get to
that
God
God really working His way. Because in the summertime, this summer that just passed, like it was one of the most depressing summers I ever had. And I prayed. I'm a senior, and I prayed, and I was in my yes, ma'am. And I was in my room, and I prayed, and I was like, you know, God, please help me. Like I'm really begging Him. And I guess the second month of school, he hit me up on Instagram saying he seen one of my videos on the Explore page, and from there, me and LT became like this.
So he's like he's like a mentor to you guys.
Yeah, he's like a father figure, because my father hasn't been in my life. I'm not gonna lie, like he hasn't done nothing for me. I taught myself how to be a man. Like
it's good to have mentors. I have
For
3.
real.
I have one his name is Focus. He's been by my side since I was probably 23.
Okay.
This is his spot right here. This is all his.
Okay.
He took me under the wing,
Shout
the
out to him.
office. Yeah, he gave me my office. And I have Barry Williams, who's a photographer and videographer. He took me under the wing, and I do assistant work for Sus One as well. So I have 3 mentors that they're good for keeping you in line and making sure that you're going in the right direction. Because you know how when you do so much but you feel like it's not progressing. It's good to have those mentors there to calm you down and to be like, listen,
For real.
It's just a part of the process.
Work things out with you the proper way instead
of just letting you blindly go and figure it out on your own. Like they'll lead you.
And if you do make one thing I like about LT, you know, I want to shout him out again. Once you do make a mistake, he will correct you about it, and he will tell you where you went wrong, just to show you he cares.
And then he won't ever bring it up again.
Never.
Exactly. And that's how you're supposed to be.
And then just move forward. Just always put God first. That's it.
Always. He definitely did preach to me about that as well, because me and him have had numerous conversations.
I think that's why me and him kind of connect on the path that we do. Because we're not talking about music. We start to divert into God and stuff. We spent about 3-4 hours, me and LT, just like, because when we first, exactly, yeah, so he had to kind of get fully in my mind once he understood what I was into. Turns out he was into the same stuff. We talked for about 3 hours.
And that's the universe alignment, so you feel me. So we're going to talk about your, before we get into the music, I do have a question that I really do want to ask. From, when did you guys first form?
Wait, ask that question again? I didn't hear you.
When did you guys first form? Like SONY. When did y'all first form?
End of the summer. End of the summer, I know. Yeah.
No, it was around like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, right? Isn't that?
No, that's like mid-fall towards winter time.
Maybe I'm remembering.
How did you guys grow as a team?
Okay. So
that's the main thing that I
got you. Okay, so we grew as a team through, funny enough, we grew as a team every time we physically see each other is when we grow the most as a team, because we all have completely different lives.
That's true. That's true.
Nobody was interjected into anybody's lives previous or while this is going on, because we're all different boroughs doing different things. So every time we come together, it's like we just get a little bit more closer.
And closer.
So how do you guys feel like you grew? Like it's like slowly but surely, but like
no, not even slowly but surely. Just it was instant.
It just happened.
You remember the first day when we did the photo shoot?
Yeah, that was 2 months
ridiculous.
ago.
Ridiculous.
It was a miracle. I can't.
Yeah, everybody gelled so well.
Good.
Like it was ridiculous.
Good, as you should. That's how you
Right?
right. So now we're gonna talk some music, okay?
Okay,
so
let's get to it.
Let's talk about your single Fuego.
Okay.
And who wants to introduce the track, talk about the track? Y'all could do it collectively.
Okay, I guess we'll do it collectively.
I wanna hear I've heard the track.
Okay.
Before.
How do you like the track?
How do you like it?
Okay.
I wanna know. I heard the whole song in full.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I wanna know where the inspiration came from, the concept behind the music video. I wanna know those kind of things. So talk to me nice.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna talk to you nice. So. Most of how the songs themselves come together is LT will have an idea, a rough idea. He'll send the hook, and he'll just be like, "Listen, do your thing, but I kind of need this kind of vibe." So he'll just loosely say, like, I recorded. I don't know if you know this. I recorded a whole verse, and LT, very honest. He said, "Listen, I love what you just did, but that's not it. Very good bars, not for this song." And
That's true.
I understood it. Went, wrote another verse, sent it in. He said, "Brother, amazing." So, yeah, it was his concept, and then he sent it to Qualib, right? Yeah, he sent it to Qualib. Qualib is who's on the hook, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, yeah. So he sent it to Qua. He recorded the hook. By the time it got to me, I think it was only Qua on there. So by the time I actually heard the full product, it was different. But when I first heard it, it was just Qua and the hook. I recorded my verse, then it came back, and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds nice and polished." Like, yeah.
Okay. And what was that? Do you know what he had in mind at the time? Because it's obviously you're talking about a girl. What was you trying to bag her? You trying to date her? You spend some game? Like, what's up?
You know, like, if you see a fire shorty, you know, you must learn how to spit game. Number one. Number two, you must know how to just dress fly, have a certain vibe. Because nowadays, you know, within certain females, especially in our generation, it's tricky, very tricky. It's like some females will just want you just for money or your clothes or your car.
That's every generation, though. That's my generation too.
Not back in ancient times, though.
That you know of.
In ancient times, he took it like Throwback Thursday century style. Like, in ancient times.
With the song, it's like you guys spitting game, but you're very respectfully
with it.
Spitting game.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
It's like, a very respectful approach.
Which is what I like because it's not many outlets where you honestly get to do that. It's hard. Well, I'm not gonna say it's hard to, but it's like making music is one thing, making a really good song is another thing. So to have a really good song, deemed by other people, mind you, not me, deemed by other people, to have a really good song and also to have it positioned in a way that women feel respected, not that we think that we're doing like, "Oh, this is so respectful," but the response from women have been like, "Wow, I didn't hear you say bitch, hoe, you didn't try to..."
And that's new and refreshing because honestly, I'm very tired of the songs that have those
too.
It's not my everyday go-to.
I can say something with that. Well, it's good to be respectful to women, but I go by as... Shit.
Alright, we're gonna save that for another time.
We only got 25 minutes.
We're gonna save that for another time.
Me too. I was gonna say something positive, but everything happens for a reason. Number one.
True.
Number two, you know, my final statement is when you writing a song about a female, if it depends on what the situation is. So if you have to curse, then you can.
No, that's fine. But
other than that,
I'm talking about
you're cool.
I'm talking about the rap songs that constantly just degrade.
That's what
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other stuff. So now let's hop into Only Cool Kids Listen to Us.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the inspiration behind that project is what? How did that all just come together? What producers did you work with? How did they add to the element of your vibe for the project?
I'm not gonna lie, like I really like the fact that when we all put this project together, it's what I really wanted to hear. And LT wanted to hear, and also you too, right?
Facts.
And one of my favorite songs, of course, is Fuego on it, you know, in the single, like...
Out now! Fuego! Out now!
Get that on Only... Yeah.
Only Cool Kids Listen to Us out right now on Spinrilla and other streaming platforms.
My mixtapes and Audio Mac, it's on that too.
Yes.
You still didn't tell me what producers you collaborated with for the project.
I collaborated with JD Sounds.
Shout out to producers, because producers don't get enough credit.
That's
why
true.
I asked
You
that
know, shout out
question.
my boy JP
So,
Sounds.
yes.
He's from Canada, by the way.
Okay.
And one of the songs that's on the tape is called Crunch Time. And I recorded that when I was upset.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was really
that
upset.
makes a lot of sense.
I was really upset that day. And then I just had to just record it and get it out of the way.
So when you guys come up with the song, you guys record a song, you guys all just hop into the booth at separate times, or do
Yes,
you guys
correct.
come together? Oh,
No,
you guys
everybody records in their
records on their
respective
own time.
places.
Oh,
Own time.
A lot of people do that though. I figured that I figured it was either that or sometimes you guys were able to get
Basically,
together.
we record on our own time, and then when we
Send
send the
it
song
over.
to LT, and he puts it all together, and we're like, listen, you guys did a very good job.
Okay, I like that a lot. So, is there another music video dropping soon? There's a music video out for Flavor, right?
No,
No,
not yet.
not yet.
It's
Not
it's
yet.
coming. So did
It's
I get
coming.
I'm sorry. Did I get an exclusive look?
I guess you did. Because I haven't even seen it yet. So hey.
Exclusive look on the video towards the end of the interview. You know?
There we go. Well, it's only fitting that you do get the exclusive. We all here, right?
Yes. So I guess that was.
That was a nice plug, is what that was. That was a nice plug. Yeah,
okay.
you accidentally doing wonders out here.
So, what do you guys believe has been your biggest accomplishment so far as a music group? Because I like I said, I've spoken to LT a couple times. He's telling me you guys are getting booked for radio interviews. You guys are getting booked for Young Dolph's tour. So, tell me what you feel was like. What did you feel was the most accomplished thing that you've done?
The most accomplished thing I've done within the team is the performance at SOBs.
Same answer.
Same
Same
and
answer.
why?
Because I haven't performed in the last time I performed was 2 years ago.
Oh man.
And it was about that time.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the rise. Like playtime is over. That's my motto. Like if you're not trying to work, you're not trying to be serious or trying to accomplish things, just don't be around. That's it.
Facts.
I like that. Why did you feel like that was the same?
Because this summer was my first summer being an actual constantly performing artist, right? So I went from doing one performance in my whole life to constantly every week I did about 2 to 3 shows. And I do want to shout out the Black Lady Theater where Monster Nikki hosts her open mic. The first and last Saturday, the first and last Thursday of every month, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but anyway, shout out to Monster Nikki and the Black Lady Theater for giving me a space and a home to actually hone my craft week after week repeatedly. That's the place that I did the most performances at, and it crafted me as a performer. So I stopped doing performances altogether, and when the SOBs show came up, it's basically like I got to use all of the knowledge that I've just been sitting on while I'm writing, like, oh, look at my performances, like, you know, when I perform, I want to do this, or my body language. It was like everything 100% ready, 100%.
I totally agree.
We
got
yeah.
You know, the day at SOBs, you know, LT was right, like. A lot of women there, a lot of girls looking ones.
Facts. And shout out to Prezi also for making that SOBs show happen. And also, we also will be at the next one. And
shout out my boy
look out for
Prezi,
that.
man. DTF Radio.
100%.
When did you guys perform? You said it was in 2018, right?
Yes, this
so what
was
the most, yes. Sorry, I didn't cut you off. No, tell me when it was.
This was January 16th?
Yeah.
Right? No, yeah, 2019, right?
2019.
Yeah, no, yeah, this year. So, yeah, it was this year.
It was a month ago.
It was this year.
Okay.
January 16th at SOBs.
What do you guys feel like is the most valuable lesson you've learned in 2018?
Oh, okay, this is a good one.
You want to go first?
Yeah,
I just got a random answer.
Yes.
So, ask the question one more time, I'm sorry.
What was the most valuable lesson you've learned in 2018?
I learned how valuable it is to believe in yourself. It sounds like a so cliche blanket statement, but man, when you actually believe in yourself, the doors that open are just... I went from not performing to actually performing. More people talk like, yo, how long have you been doing performing? Yo, this is like my 3rd performance that I've ever done. Like, what? Why aren't you performing at like Summer Jam, and these are the questions they're asking me, and I'm confused. I'm legit confused because this is about my third performance in my life. So I'm like, what? The second performance is the same reaction. Like, how long have you been doing this? What? Where can I get your music? I'm like, well, I got only 2 songs out on Apple Music. Why? Did you just start? And I'm like, I've been underestimating myself. I should have been doing this a long time ago. And once I started to believe in myself, it got to the point where I literally needed to stop performing to build material, product, and merchandise to sell because I believed in myself and I saw the doors that opened.
And have vision for
What
yourself
about
too.
you?
Well, the most valuable lesson I really learned in 2018 was similar to what he just said, believe in yourself and have a vision on your own. Don't let nobody tell you, and I'm going to repeat this, don't let nobody tell you what is wrong from right.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Don't let nobody tell you what is wrong from right.
Facts.
You got ignorant people out there, you got snakes, you got you got just wicked people out there that just want to bring you down with them, and miserable people too.
It's toxic energy, and you have to recognize it.
But I ask myself this, like, if I'm a positive person, why is this around me? Like, I don't understand.
Because they're leeches. Because they take your energy. If you really look into spirituality, negative people are actually more attracted to you because you're positive, so that way they can take that and feel good about themselves and leave you with the negativity. So you have to be careful who you switch energies with, who you keep
Who you
yourself
hang around too.
I am very limited with who I hang out with.
That's true.
My business partners are my friends. She's
I like
my
that.
assistant.
Yes.
With her
I like
a lot.
that. I like
so
that.
it's
I like
like,
that. If you mind me asking, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer. I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm a damaged Cancer though, so I'm a little different. I'm a damaged Cancer, so I'm a little different. I'm a little bit more hardcore than most Cancers, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my Aries out there in the building.
Aries gang or don't
My
gang.
best friend is Aries.
Yeah.
My
Everybody has a best friend who's an Aries. This is what I've come to learn.
She don't got a best friend that's an Aries. She's
Well,
the only Aries that can tolerate.
she is your best friend.
She's my best friend, yes. She's my best friend, but she doesn't
And
have
we're
an
good
Aries best
vibes
friend.
Oh, but she's an Aries.
Yes.
So she has an Aries already.
No, she
Herself.
Oh,
Feel me? Little loophole.
That's not how it works. Yeah. She tells me, she's like, she can barely tolerate herself, but I love her, so it is what it is.
When's her birthday, if you don't mind me asking?
March 22nd.
Got you. Okay.
Oh, whoa!
One day, wait
that's
a minute.
mine. No, mine's is the 22nd.
Oh!
Wait, how old is
Crazy.
she turning? How she look?
I'm not giving you her age.
She's like, what's her bio?
For you.
What's her bio?
Age is not a number.
For you. Listen, after that R. Kelly documentary, I don't ever want to hear that song ever again. I don't want to hear that phrase ever again.
No, you know what? We're gonna retire that. We're retiring that this
R.
year.
Kelly references on my show. Hashtag mute R. Kelly. Point blank.
Yes,
period.
we're gonna retire the phrase.
Anyways, last question and my favorite question. You guys are making me scream, even though my voice is going.
Okay.
What would you want your legacy to be? Your group legacy.
Oh, personal or group?
Now that you group actually, I wanted a group legacy. So what would your group legacy be?
It's to motivate the young youths out there and motivate everybody, not only in New York but just around the whole world. Because, for example, within New York, even though this is where I'm from, and this is Jersey that we in, but I just want to shout out, New York and the 5 boroughs.
Facts. New York in the building. What's up?
So, like for example, like Harlem, you have Dipset and you have ASAP Mob, and they're all from one place. But since this is SONY, So New York, we're from each of the 5 boroughs.
Facts.
So we just want to uplift everything and have everything come in handy, so we can just have the whole world see, not only New York, just the whole world, and just be like, wow, like they really came from nothing.
Okay.
Like in my community too, I want to see that. Like I want to be able to have my picture on.
A billboard.
Yes.
Times Square. Right?
Everywhere.
Hashtag
Like that's what, and I want my kids to be able to look up to me too. And I would never, and the stuff that I went through, I would never put my kids through that at all.
Facts.
And you?
So I have a very abstract answer.
Very grown for your age.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You think so?
You're very.
Let's clap it up for that.
You want me to
clap it up next week? Woo! Make some noise!
That's the compliment.
No, thank you. I appreciate it, but it's just like I don't think so. But probably because I taught myself how to be a man. No one.
But no, you are very grown for your age.
That's nice.
Talk
Nice.
grown.
Thank
look
you.
young, but you talk grown.
Thank you.
And what would you want?
So-
What do you see your group's legacy being?
So, you see how he just said you have ASAP, and then you have like Dipset. I
I'm
just
gonna throw
want.
G-Unit in there because I was a G-Unit girl.
Choo-choo-choo,
Queen.
You feel me? Queen's in the building.
Let's get it.
So I just want somebody to mention this group in the same way that we mentioned Dipset, ASAP Mob, even Rockefeller, things like that. I just want in 40 years from now, I picture somebody 17 years old in a room with their friends saying, look, all right, I got this plan. We're going to do it the same way how Diddy and them did it, the same way how Jay and them did it, the same way how LT and SONY did it. We're going to do it just like that.
Yes.
That's what I picture.
Shout out to LT again.
Shout out to
My
LT.
father figure.
I like that a lot. You guys, I can tell that you guys are funny. I wish that all 5 of you were here because it would have just
For real.
100%. Shout out to the missing members right now.
For real,
man.
man.
But-
You can find Only Cool Kids Listen to Us on all mixtape platforms. Audio Mac, My Mixtape, Spinrilla, and Dat Piff.
And then your social media.
My social media is my Instagram. You can find me Good Vibes Winnie, and also the Real Winnie SM. Also on Twitter too. Everything. Just type in Good Vibes Winnie. That's it. And I just dropped a single called Going Through Changes. You can find that on SoundCloud.
Facts.
You heard it?
Yes. Of course. Why don't we say facts?
Sign up with yours.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can you just run through that one? Like, what do I apologize.
Where you can find your music.
Got you.
And also, don't forget to drop the group's Instagram and
Yes.
LT's Instagram as well.
Yes. Okay.
Lyrical talent.
Yes,
Instagram.
just like he said, the mixtape for SONY, the debut mixtape for SONY is out on Audio Mac, Spinrilla, My Mixtapes,
And Dat Piff.
and datpiff.com. There we go. And you can find all of my music on all streaming services, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, the whole gang, the whole shebang. Just type in Dutch Alcott. I have 3 songs out right now. My last song that I just dropped is called How Far. It's an auto-tune song. I really do rippity rap, but I made some auto-tune songs on this and really did rap on it. And all of the 3 songs are very inspirational, mind you. They're all inspiration based. And you can find me personally, Dutch Alcott, on all social medias at almighty.alcott. Once again, that's almighty.alcott. And you can follow everybody in SONY at SOXNY Official on Instagram. Once again, SOXNY Official on Instagram. You can also follow LT if you got some business for that man. LT, Lyrical Talent. You got some business, or if you want some bars, he can give you both.
It's your girl Amber Lay, aka Vietnam, and I'm over and out.
Muy fuego, muy fuego, muy fuego.
S-O-N-Y.
I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. Can I say, girl, you got that fire. Let me say, you the truth, no liar. Muy fuego, girl, you hotter than fire. Muy fuego, she got that fire. Muy fuego, rocket fire designer. Muy fuego, she got that fire. I like my women spicy with a kick to 'em. Educated, kinda street smart. Not too quiet, evil, fire breather. Yeah, she like to talk back. Girl, you type sexy when you mad. Ooh, I like that. Fight back. Let me see you in your bag. Let's do the dash. Go take a flight back. Spend all this money, this cash. Make it right back. There is no price tag. Fuego, mama Liddy. Rockin' new designer. Know you won't find it because she too pretty. And she rockin' bundles like more for the price. I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. Can I say, girl, you got that fire. Let me say, you the truth, no liar. Muy fuego, girl, you hotter than fire. Muy fuego, she got that fire. Muy fuego, rockin' fire designer. Muy fuego, mama, she got that fire.
Very fire, muy fuego.
she got racks on top of racks, but she single as un peso. Baby, dame un beso. Listen to me, why you wishing upon a star when that's what you are? I can take it farther than what you see on the boulevard. Put it on the coast of desire, the most fire. Pulling up looking flame, snatching souls like the Ghost Rider. Walking inferno, one that would never burn though. Other girls are commercial, this is what I discern though.
I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. Can I say, girl, you got that fire. Let me say, yeah, the truth, no liar. Muy fuego,
girl, you hotter than fire.
Muy fuego,
she got that fire, that fire.
Muy fuego,
rockin' fire in the sun.
Muy fuego,
she got that fire.
I'm at the top, ain't no stopping me. I set your watch. She thank me properly, give you everything you want, the new designer. Swear I hit it from the back, girl, you look fine. So your mama be hating on me. Us to no good, we running from D's. In the club when we throwing them racks up, cause the money we all off the scene. That's what NY, I rock with the team. That's a funny fact, you can envy that. Haters waiting and plotting on me. So she hotter than 100 degrees.
I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. I gotta say, girl, you hot on fire. Can I say, girl, you got that fire. Let me say, yeah, the truth, no liar. Muy fuego,
girl, you hotter than fire.
Muy fuego,
she got that fire, that fire.
Muy fuego,
rockin' fire in the sun.
Muy fuego.